Okay, and then they get into this. So leaving the planet, the rebel ship gets chased down by Snoke's ship plus a fleet. And so it was very strange to see this because we have star destroyers in space, but it's like 1500s naval tactics. Let's watch. It looks like a Navy fight from the 1500s in boats. Yeah, like these like cannon shots, and we're going to follow behind.
Oh, are you all right? We need to get out of range of those star destroyers.
All craft, full engines! Concentrate rear shield!
We can't blow up 3 tiny cruisers.
I mean, that's right. They can't blow up 3 tiny cruisers. So this is a weird fight scene because, first of all, they're shooting projectiles in space. And unless they're near some heavy gravitational well, a planet or a star or a black hole or something, I don't understand why these projectiles, why they would arc like that. I think they should just be straight shots. So that's weird. It felt like a naval battle just translated into space.
Agreed.
And then also, they're all lined up in this plane. But why? I mean, it's space. You can go anywhere. So it should be 3D attacks from every angle. And yeah, it is effective. Like they are splashing hits. But what's holding them back? I don't get it.
So with respect to the trajectories of the plasma bolts, laser bolts, what is it in Star Wars?
Ion cannon.
Ion cannon. So there's no gravity or any reason for them to be falling or having a trajectory in space other than a straight line.
Yeah.
But maybe they're doing it on purpose to try to hit different parts of the shield. No, but then so then they would be doing like like this kind of thing. Like
the projectiles always go in the same direction.
Right. They sort of volume this way. But if they could control the arc, they would be doing from all kinds of different angles, which we don't see.
You would do all sorts of different angles because then the rebels cannot push their shields to one location. They'd have to evenly spread out their shields everywhere, and then you could weaken them quickly like that.
So do we ever see the arcing happen in a different direction?
No, it's always as if gravity's down.
Yeah. So you think there'd be a mirror image of these guns on the other side of the ship, and they would be the other direction?
Yeah.
But we don't see it.
As far as I can tell, they don't have it. Yeah, I mean that's a good shot right there. It's this green projectile comes from top and curves down.
Yeah.
Why?
There's just no reason. Okay, there is a reason. We're saying they want to hit different parts of the shields.
Okay.
So that the rebels can't strengthen shields on one sector. But then it doesn't make sense because then they would have it becoming at many different angles.
Right.
So it just looks
curved in every direction.
Yeah. So it just kind of looks silly.
Right. So it feels like these captains who live in space are stuck in a 2D mind, as if it's from a 1500s Navy battle where you're stuck to the surface of the ocean and you have a clear gravitational down. Weird.
Which makes no sense because every battle in Star Wars happens in space. I mean, with these big ships.
Yeah,
so the people running these ships, captaining these ships, have never seen a Navy vessel or never captained one.
I mean, gosh, in the year in which these ships are made, I don't know if they would have ocean battles anyway. Like you would either fly it or be straight up into space. Like, yeah. I think people's brains would work differently. You'd think 3D a lot more.
That's right, because you're seeing that they're in this plane here where the Star Destroyers are behind the big thing, which I forget what it's called. Whereas they should be deployed.
Yeah. So you should have ships down here, up here, all over the place. In fact, that's a next video. It's why do they have a fleet at all?
Proximity alert!
So a bunch of ships.
Whoa.
And then Snoke's big boy. And what we saw in the previous video is that only Snoke's ship attacks. You got this whole fleet here that could be like jump ahead and then attack from different angles.
That's right.
Or even like jump down and attack from the bottom. but only Snoke ships shoots, and they shoot these like projectiles out of this gravity. Very strange.
Right. They have all these. They have doing the slow chase.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like this. And then they have the big ship, and then a bunch of these Star Destroyers, and that they never try to do anything with the Star Destroyers.
Right. If here's the rebel ship, the Star Destroyers could jump ahead and turn around and attack up or from the side or all sorts of different things. All sorts of things that can leverage your 3D-ness of space. But they just kind of hang out there to be intimidating, but never fire.
Never fire, yeah. Never deploy fighters.
Never deploy fighters. It's only it might as well have just been Snoke ship.
I mean, if you have this many Star Destroyers, how many TIE fighters are on each Star Destroyer? Probably hundreds.
A bunch. Yep.
So deploy all the TIE fighters and send them to the Rebel fleet.
Yeah. So, gosh, one of the reasons why they didn't, like, Snoke ship did deploy to fight TIE fighters, but the Rebel ships were fast enough to get out of range that the Snoke ship could not shoot projectiles and support the fighters. But then you could just jump a ship ahead and then have that ship support the fighters.
That's right. And let's say the ship, the light speed jump is too short. You can't make that really short jump. So that means you jump perpendicular,
okay,
and then jump right back.
So instead of like jumping forward, you jump to the side and then back.
And then back. So if the fleet is here and I can't make this jump, that's too short. I make a long jump over here and a long jump back. And now I'm where I need to be.
Yep.
And I could do that for each Star Destroyer is surround them.
The only reason I came up with why that you wouldn't do that is because you're sailing on boats on top of the ocean.
So then it's just a straight chase. But
yeah. I can't make my ship I can't make my 1500s French whatever boat. I can't make it like teleport. Like I can't make it go sideways and then forward. Like yeah, but just gotta chase it.
You can in Star Wars.
Apparently they can't. Next
because it just doesn't make sense.